What's up, Aries? Welcome to your April 2019 general reading. Happy birthday to all of you. I hope you have an amazing season. I'm excited for Aries season. I usually am. It's fun. It's a good time. It's a fresh time. It's a passionate time. Spring equinox. It's really, to me, the liftoff of the year, right? It's when things really start moving. And this year really feels no different, especially this year we enter in with, that Libra full moon. So that was pretty intense. And I'm sure it was pretty intense for a lot of you Aries, since you guys, are Libra's opposite. And of course, we're having the full moon going into your season. I'm getting a lot of, there's going to be or has been a lot of alone time for you guys. A lot of you guys have been spending a lot of the time alone, and it's actually been really, really good and beneficial for you. I do feel like there's a little bit of conflict surrounding that. It feels like there's this energy of either you guys kind of having your own internal battle with yourself about being alone, or like the circumstances that put you there. There's some conflict. You guys start out with the Hermit card, which for me is about going deep within and finding wisdom. And it doesn't normally for me ever feel like I'm alone and I'm sad about it energy, but in this case it kind of does. You guys do have the Five of Wands that is the underlying energy. So again, I do feel like you guys are spending a lot of time alone. I do feel like there's a little bit of conflict, either internal or external, but a little bit of conflict. I do feel like this month is very important that you guys are speaking your truth. You guys got the Black Egg as your spirit animal card. And, what's interesting about the Black Egg is it really is all about truth. It's all about truth. It's about speaking your truth. It's about expressing your truth, not just speaking. So, especially for you Aries who are very artsy fartsy or do like some type of like music, writing, any type of something where, self-expression, it's going to be very important or beneficial. I think it'll be beneficial for you this month. If you're kind of tapping into that. When you're alone, spending time doing those types of things, I think it's going to be therapeutic for you in more ways than one. Especially if those are the ways that you choose to express yourself. But very much about like throat chakra, about expressing ourselves, telling our truth, that type of a thing. Okay. And for some of you, I feel like there's a little bit of, you've been feeling a little stuck in that. Now, Mercury has been retrograde. It comes out of retrograde on the 26th. So we are going to still be going and, experiencing some of that. So there may have been issues with you guys kind of saying your truth because maybe you feel like there's always conflict surrounding it, or you feel like people always think that you're being dramatic around it, whatever the case may be. But it is still important to speak your truth. Be mindful, of course, always of how you relay things, but always speak your truth. And I feel like that's very important this month, that you guys are doing that and doing things that allow you to express. Okay, so starting out, so the first 6 cards you guys got, every card, it's a person alone. Okay, going back to, I think you guys are going to be spending a lot of time alone. I think you guys have been spending a lot of time alone. So you start out with the Hermit. You've got Temperance. You've got Queen of Pentacles. You've got Knight of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, and 7 of Pentacles. So definitely, I do feel like you guys have been alone. Again, with this 5 of Wands being the underlying energy and the Devil being underneath that, I do feel like there's conflict surrounding that. Some of you guys are bitter about this because maybe, this is a time where you are really feeling like you would love to be with someone or have the company of someone, or there's people that maybe you feel like you're at odds with. I don't really feel like that. I just feel like, honestly, universe is placing you in this moment to be alone because I feel like there's things that you are doing and needing to figure out that you can't do whenever you're around a bunch of people. And I'm going to tell you why. It feels like for a lot of you guys, whenever you are around a lot of people, or whenever you have those people that you are like tightly tied to, that you talk to maybe all the time, you somehow find ways to insert yourself into their problems making them your problems, and you're not putting more on your load than you need to handle, can handle, should handle, or even be a part of, right? This time that you guys have been spending alone, it's been very important for you guys, and it's been very beneficial because it makes you focus on your shit. With that, though, I think still comes discomfort. I think there are a lot of things that Aries are realizing in this coming month. I mean, God, your mantra is I am, right? And around this time, it's really a lot of people collectively are reworking and reconfiguring their ego and how they want to move forward. So there's a lot of transformation that comes with that. And especially even when dealing with others, we just had the full moon in Libra. Libra, rules partnerships and relationships and things. So there's a lot of transformation that's been happening with that as well. Now, the Hermit, 10 of Cups. So yeah, you guys are really trying to discover what makes you guys happy. What brings your ultimate happiness, right? There's a family sitting here. I think for a lot of you guys that have been spending a lot of time alone, it's been like begrudgingly. It's not that you've wanted to, but almost felt like you've had to or been forced to. And yes, in a way you have had to and been forced to again, because I feel like there's work that you need to do that it's like you just can't seem to get done when you got too many people in your space. So if you've been feeling upset about it, conflicted about it, or not understanding why, understand that it's nothing personal. It's actually supposed to be this way. Now, after that, you guys have the Temperance card, right? So this is Sagittarius energy. But you got it. Clarifying it is the King of Swords. So again, going back to speaking truth, really finding the balance with that too. Now, we all know Aries can jump off whenever you guys are set off, upset, whatever. Now, with this Temperance and the King of Swords together, I really feel like it's going to be more important this month that you are really thinking about the things that you say before you say them. Don't just fly off the handle in anger, even in making plans and anything. I think, this is just your message to kind of think a couple times, be very decisive, be very discerning, be very diplomatic, be very fair. Don't make decisions or say things, really don't say things because you feel away and you feel like you are, you feel justified in that saying something that's maybe evil or mean or just, whatever. It's really about finding balance with that. Also, if you guys have been feeling in a very down mood where you feel like things have not been working out for you, it's very important that you aren't speaking that, right? Only say the things that you want to happen in your life, because it feels like if you've been one who maybe complains a little bit, like even things that we don't realize that we're doing, but it's like, okay, something shitty happened to me. I go and I call my girlfriend and I have like an hour conversation about it. I'm just bringing more of that, right? So it's just being very mindful this month, I think, about the things that you're saying, but still telling your truth. I think you guys just have to find a little bit more of a balance with that. And yeah, I think that's really important. That's something that's been important for you guys to learn right now. Now, we've got the Queen of Pentacles coming up in the future energy, which I love that. So that's stability, right? Whether it's through money, whether it's relationships that you're building, whether it's your standing in your home. I also feel a lot of family energy too. You got the Queen of Pentacles, and as one of the advice cards of moving forward or things to focus on, you guys also got the Ten of Cups. There is a big emphasis on family. If you have been at odds with anyone in your family, this is the time to maybe figure that out. You guys have a talk, right? Ooh, sorry. Ooh. Ugh. And have a mature conversation about wherever you guys feel wronged or slighted, or where they feel wronged or slighted. I feel like this might be a time to really come together and have those discussions. For those of you guys who may be feeling especially some friction within your family, you guys got Ace of Wands. Yeah, taking action. I think there's a lot of action that's going to be taken this month, and it makes sense. We're in your season, right? You guys are all about action. So in terms of family, if things have been stagnant, or if you guys have been even separated from your family, things are going to be coming together a little bit more. There's going to be more communication, more action taking forward, even in terms of like trying to get together and do things, right? Being a little bit more proactive in these relationships. Now, what you got ahead of you is Knight of Pentacles energy. I love that. And Knight of Pentacles, which I do love too, is going into this Nine of Cups. So, with that being said, I think you guys have some really great opportunities to sow some really good seed going forward. For a lot of you guys, this is going to have to do with money. For a lot of you guys, again, it feels like there's a big emphasis on family. Things are going to be progressing slowly, but progressing and being more solid. I feel like you guys just want to be in a happy space, whether a lot of you guys, there's a battle about being alone. There's something about being alone. So it feels to me like with this Nine of Cups especially, it's like you just want to be able to be in a happy space, whether you're alone or with someone. I feel like those of you who feel like you've always sacrificed for other people, it's really important right now that you're feeling like you're doing things that you want to do for you right now. Really living out your life on purpose and for you right now. That's a big thing with you guys this month. And you guys got Queen of Swords. Yeah, so being very clear with that, communicating that to others. What I love about this Nine of Cups is, you know, he's looking straight forward. So it's like he's not looking over at other people and what they're doing and how their lives are going and their happiness. And that's part of why he's able to maintain his happiness, right? It's like they say, comparison is a thief of joy. So it's like if you've been someone who have been kind of, you know, looking at other people's situations and thinking that grass is always greener, well, no, the grass is greener where you water it, but also like just stay in your lane and keep looking forward because, you know, sometimes we get sidetracked and we end up feeling bad about silly things whenever we're paying attention to what other people are doing. So I think that's a really big reminder for you guys this month going into this season. There's a lot of seed that you guys have been planting, and there's going to be a period where you're waiting for it to grow, but I think that things are going to be fine because, again, you guys are restoring balance, and a lot of that had to do with that being alone time. You needed it. New energy coming in completely. You got the Sacred Clown, which is the Fool card. So that's what's clarifying the Seven of Pentacles. You guys, some of you guys are starting new jobs, just so you know. Some of you guys are starting new jobs, doing something completely new, or joining new organizations. Yeah. Wow. That's exciting. So there is new energy coming in too. Again, this is spring equinox. There's a lot of newness around this. New things blooming, right? Now, the things to keep in mind this month. You've got the Six of Pentacles. You've got the Four of Swords. And then again, back to that Ten of Cups card. Again, I think it's really important that you guys are treasuring this time that you have alone. And really figuring out what you need to be doing for you. Don't take this time alone as people are ignoring you or not there for you, not caring about you. Everyone is going through their own thing at the same time, just a little bit differently, right? So take advantage of this time, and I think it's going to be actually very beneficial for you. I think you guys will be learning a lot more about your, you know, things about yourself and really facing your issues again. Because I feel like whenever you guys get around other people, you can have the propensity to try to jump into their situations to help their lives. And then you've got all these all these issues or things in your own life that you haven't tackled because you're so busy with everybody else's. And sometimes it's hard to tell Aries that, because when someone tries to tell Aries, you know what, just don't even worry about that, mind your business. You guys can, I understand, but you guys can go here and get very combative, right? So actually this time that you guys have been spending alone, are going to be spending alone, it's so good for you. Like, you need it more than you understand. And again, if you've been holding any anger or judgment at other people and kind of placing it on other people, don't. You're missing the whole big point, right? This is, you guys are going to be able to reflect and figure out what makes you happy, right? What makes you tick. Finding happiness with being by yourself. I feel like Aries right now, some of you guys struggle because there's like a thing of like, I don't really like myself. I don't want to be by myself. But I feel like this is good for that in terms of spiritual growth. I feel like it will balance out a lot of things. And in terms of, if you guys have been feeling, you know, if there have been fears concerning money with this Queen of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and Six of Pentacles, I think that things are going to be balancing out going, especially into Taurus season. Money's going to be looking really good for you guys. I think you're planting new seed now, or probably even started in Pisces season. Now, you guys got 3 oracle cards that flew out, and so I took them all because I feel like y'all needed them all, right? If it popped out for you. So you got savings. As you consistently save for your future is saved. You do your future self a big favor as you consistently set aside present funds. This is part of your self-care and path to feeling secure as you focus upon your life purpose. So make sure that you guys are using this time to really save. A lot of you guys have things coming up, trips you want to take, things you want to invest in. This feels like this is really having to do with long-term legacy things, though. So make sure that you're always putting something aside because you just never know. Now, focus on your priorities. Where you focus is where you receive your outcome. Your priorities are calling to you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them time and attention they and you deserve. Even a small amount of time devoted to your priorities will help you feel better and be more confident. This is great. And just going back to whenever you guys are spending your time alone, make sure that you're being very mindful of how you're spending your time. Make sure you're being mindful of the things that you're telling yourselves, the conversations that we have with ourselves internally, right? And really making yourself a priority, really loving on yourself. Really, again, you guys are by yourself a lot right now because you need to be. So there's nothing to be mad at. There's nothing to feel wronged by. You guys need this time. You need it. And no more complaining, okay? So complaints are affirmations of victimhood, which is never true spiritually. Take back your God-given power by affirming that you have an abundance of choices and freedom. With your increased confidence and assertiveness, watch these positive affirmations blossom into reality. Well, okay. So, yeah, this is a really good time. Okay. It's a really powerful time. At times it may be a very uncomfortable time. But I feel like there's a lot of good things to come. I think though, remember, this month is going to be very important. You guys are speaking your truth and really doing things that make you feel like you're just able to express yourself in many ways. Expression is a really big thing for you guys this month, and really just focusing on you and taking control. Okay, I love you guys. Please check out your love reading. I'll talk to you later. Bye.